is there?
That's us.
They're going to call Sauk Prairie, and we talked about that little lean in the neutral zone. Nobody was really moving along the line of scrimmage, which means that somebody had their helmet in there. So the Red Hawks will get a free 5 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 6. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Single back, straight drop, big tight end. And he'll be close to a first down. And Coy is there to make the tackle. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 1. Milton has not had a lot of success running the ball, except for Hammond, who we said is a 210-pound quarterback. So when he's kept the ball, they've done okay. He likes to run it to the right. 3 receivers right, single back.
82 is big tight ends back in the game after having those cramps. He's in that.
Coach calling in the play.
Split out.
5-second count is on. There's the snap. Hammond on the rollout, little pop-up.
Jump.
He finds the receiver in the middle, number 80, and he's down to the 6-yard line after about 5 yards after catch.
And 80's that junior. He's 6'4", 210. These are just some big kids that they got outside receiving. You know, 82 goes 215, 80 goes 210.
You look at that little inside. I'm looking at the offensive guard there. He is Ryan Crummer. He is 190 pounds, 5'5".
That's at 64.
He is a fire plug, and Hammond's gonna get a chance here to get in. Takes a pretty good licking from a couple of the Sauk Prairie players. So
Corey Cody coming in late. Somebody else had him stood up pretty decent, but he does squeeze into the end zone for the score. Here
he's
on the
a little
opening.
bit gimpy though, Andy. Jogging off a little ginger, but he took a pretty good hit.
Was that the opening drive?
Opening drive of the second half.
Lasted
5 minutes.
4.5, 4:35. There's 7:25 remaining in the 3rd quarter. It's 29-24, the extra point. They're looking at wristbands as if they're going to go for 2 again, which would put them up 7, so it does make sense. Other than they don't have a quarterback.
Yep, they're missing a quarterback.
He's the one that...
he just ran in that touchdown.
Yeah.
No, that's, you know, how long can a kid, number 63, I'm looking at Dante Lewis coming off the field right now. He has played both ways of this game.
Yep.
He is a big boy, and he is, you know.
This is a
and that was a hot night, long drive, nearly 5 minutes on that drive. That's a lot of downs, a lot of chasing guys around.
Dante is 6'2", 253.
Yeah.
He is just solid. You know, I've watched that kid grow up since he was just a little kid, and he has worked his tail off in the weight room, and maybe that's why he's able to do it.
You know, he came into the high school and he wanted to be a good football player. He joined the wrestling team, became a pretty good wrestler, and now it's, you know, I want to be a good wrestler, and you know, so and football, and he's just blossoming. He's one of those 3-sport athletes, which you don't see a lot, and you know, he's a wrestler, a football player, and a baseball player, so he's offering it up to Sauk Prairie. So the Red Hawks will come back on the field,
and he's just as quiet and unassuming kid as you'd meet.
Yeah. And they have got a new quarterback on the field, number 1, who is Evan Phillips. He is a wide receiver, sophomore wide receiver, and quarterback apparently. And they run the same play.
Dropped it.
He caught it and dropped it.
Might have got stripped. Might have got stripped. Middle backer was in there.
Yeah.
Again, the sophomore got his hand in there after the ball came in, and it looked like he was going to catch that ball, and then Sisback reached in there and may have pulled that out. That's a big play. That would have put him up by 7. Instead, it remains 29-24 with 7:25 left in the 3rd quarter. And this is going to be a long game. For those of you watching from home, you might want to pop some popcorn.
Yeah.
This year, some of the things that they're looking at changing, and they've been kicking around for the last several months, the playoffs, and possibly starting the season a week early. They've talked about going to 8 games. They've talked about a lot of different things in order to eliminate having those 3 playoff games in a 10-day span late in the season, and still being able to get done playing before the opening day of deer hunting. And they really haven't decided. There's been a lot of votes. There's a lot of passion behind that. I don't think they're going to start a week early.
No, they've added and added to the football days. Kenny McNeil, he's got some running room, breaks tackle and takes it out to the 36-yard line. Pretty good return by McNeil, like about a 27-yard return after the kick. Good run, he had some opening there for a while. Nice job by the Eagles special teams creating a running lane. So Sauk Prairie will start at their own 37-yard line here on the left hash. Peets, Lewis, Kirk, Feeney,
Hoosman,
and Hoosman on that offensive line. Little deep handoff to that second man and get a couple yards maybe for Coy as they try to get to the edge of the defense, but pretty good pursuit there. And they're going to call it about a
a little penetration on the outside that time where they were diving to, and it forced that whole thing a little deeper probably than they want that.
So it'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Eagles on their opening possession of the second half. 7:14 to go. The Eagles trail 24-29. Kenny McNeil up the middle. Ball is loose, and I think they tackled him on top of the ball, so. But they're gonna dig. They're gonna dig in there. Kenny's the biggest kid in the pile, so I think he's gonna pull that ball out. Yeah, he rescued it.
Yeah, I think they tackled him right down on top of it. So
Brody Stitchen looked. There was a little panic in his eyes because he knew the ball was loose as soon as he gave it. So that'll bring up. Yeah, we'll actually get a couple yards on that. 3rd down and 7 for the Eagles. 3 receivers right, no running backs.